Once upon a time, not too long ago.
Yo, it's another week. It's the Mack Brothers Podcast. You know how it is. You know how we do it. Every day we out here and we're grinding every day. John, what's up?
I was grinding earlier and I thought to myself, golly, I wish I didn't have to grind anymore.
You know, that's the first thing I said when I became a pro skater. I said I would love being a pro skater, but just don't like to grind. And everyone thought it was I was lazy. I just hate railings.
Well, now you do the vert. Now you're a vert skater.
You're right. You're right. Now I actually took the wheels off the skateboard and I just float convincingly.
Hmm.
You like my new look, John?
Yeah,
I
I
went
do.
back in I went back in time.
Yeah,
Ain't that the cool thing? Ain't that the wild thing about being a man? It's like you can get a haircut and shave, and it like de-ages you like 5 years.
that is pretty crazy.
Like if you shaved, right?
Be a little boy.
You would look like you're 15. Oh, did you do it too? There you are.
Well,
There
this
you
is a
are.
virtual podcast today because I've been doing little dances and Matthew has a haircut. Um, but
I have
we are the
something.
We are the Mack Brothers, and we have a single out called Demons and Desires, and that's out everywhere, streaming everywhere. Uh, I recently found out about Submit Hub, and I would like to share a quick experience about it.
Share away, brother.
I don't like it. I've come to realize that I have a fragile ego, and we haven't been no one, and it's a very common thing. Everyone, says it. That's the Submit Hub people. Like it's like you get like it's like 6% of the time you'll get, you know, added to a playlist, and I've only done it maybe 6 times, or 8 times or something like that. So I have another like 96 to go before we have 6 acceptance things. But regardless of how percentages work, it's not even a fragile ego. I think it's annoying, and I feel like it's a racket because I feel like if I was paying for it, we would be in there more. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do know what you mean, and I agree. I feel like most of those things are a racket, like Instagram advertising, like paying Meta to advertise. Like it's a like it's all a racket.
Yeah.
All of it. But like I guess some of them are like at least you get something out of it. Like. But if you're paying Submit Hub and it's like I just watched this like 25-minute video about all how like playlists work and how they're curated. And that's like the main thing. Like you can have a killer song, but they'll be like, well, but it's not country enough, or it's not pop
Yeah.
enough, or it's not rock enough, or whatever it is, like whatever arbitrary standard they're holding it up to be. But they all want like a homogenous kind of like your song has to be shorter than 2 minutes and 57 seconds. So every song on the playlist has like a length limit.
Yeah, it's gassed up.
Yeah, so there's a lot of factors in that world, and it does get very it's like tiring. It's very tiring to be a independent musician.
This one person listened to Drinking and Work 2 full times
Mm-hmm.
and then denied it. And it was like, how the fuck you gonna listen to Drinking and Work twice and not go, this sounds like a rock and roll song that should go on a playlist? You know what I mean? How weird is that? Yeah, I don't get it. It's a
Maybe it's because your voice was like too much like a voice, like you sounded like your own singer. You didn't sound like a generic voice number five.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, I don't know.
Well, whatever. The
Even though
song,
it's better than, even though Drinking and Works, it's better than the Rolling Stones' new single by a mile.
yeah, yes it is. So is
And
Demons and Desires, which is out now.
it is, that's true. It is. It is. And so will be other songs that will come out from us in the future. I would 100%, I would 100% put any upcoming album we have coming out, any, in the next, say, 5 years, up to any, like up to well, definitely the Rolling Stones' last album, but pick many albums.
Yeah, pick an artist, bitch.
Just saying.
Why?
Except for Spice World. I don't know why you're asking me questions.
It don't matter. It is what it is, Matthew.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because when you lean closer into the camera, it blocks more of the light and it makes you look darker.
No. Like the pixels are fucked up. But it was even before I blurred the background.
Well, there's not enough light in the room. That's why. And the Mac webcams are terrible. That's why I suggested that we get red Scarlet cameras, like the same cameras they shoot Marvel movies with, and like really high-end movies. I was thinking we should get them for the podcast too.
I think I'm gonna start doing the pod like Pat McAfee. When my ankle's healed, I'm gonna stand all the time. I'm gonna scream.
Just gonna jump around, just freak out, bro.
Yeah.
You're
big
jumping rope. You're like jumping rope.
Yeah, we'll have skits. We'll have like,
I don't really like Pat McAfee, but I don't really dislike Pat McAfee. I'm kind of,
for a retired NFL player, he's one of the best. But it's like the Manning brothers, Gronk, and then him as.
I'm just kind of sick of all of them.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm just sick of seeing them. I don't really care about the whole Taylor Swift thing to me in the NFL is really funny.
Oh God, that's terrible. Yeah.
I think it's so funny because it's like they clearly know that like they're clearly using their relationship for all it's worth for the NFL.
Yeah,
So
it's like so obvious.
So it's, to me, it's pretty funny. I think I got to laugh over it. Although I put the game on and I didn't see any T Swift and I was upset. I missed her, I guess.
Well, it's got to be a Chiefs game, and it has to be in a high-profile city, or the Chiefs have to be home. So it made sense she was in New York, and it made sense that she was in Kansas City.
You've put some thought behind this, John. Are you a Swiftie?
No, but I'm a Swift thinker.
You know, I don't know if it was on Monday Mack that we were talking about this, but the original version of Taylor Swift was the Swiffer.
No, yeah.
They remarketed it and turned it into Taylor Swiffer, and then that didn't pass the focus group trials, so they came out with a human called Taylor Swift. Is
that her real name?
I don't know. That's a good question. I'm gonna schmoogle it. Taylor. I don't know. I keep looking this up and it keeps coming up as like tattoo. All the things she said.
I think your fingers are texting what they want instead of what your brain's telling them to text.
Oh yeah. I don't there's something took over my screen. It's like a Taylor Swift Google thing. Like from the vault. Like I don't need a Taylor Swift quiz. Yeah, her name's Taylor Allison Swift. I think if I ever meet her, I'm gonna call her TA.
So speaking of people that I'm sick of seeing, speaking of people that are being shoved down, well, not really. Speaking of music, speaking of politics, which is I don't know, none of this relates to Taylor Swift, and I'm trying to make a connect and it's not, but this is what I want to talk about.
What do you want to talk about?
Politico, and I found this out from Anthony Fantano, Italian,
the internet's biggest music nerd,
Italian American music nerd like us, except we're better looking and we have hair.
It's true,
and we actually make music to back up our opinions.
Yeah, he
I
just
think
likes
he's
it.
actually
That's.
in a band, but whatever. Either way,
Oh, he's in
Vivek,
a band. I didn't know that.
I think he plays bass. Vivek Ramaswamy. So Politico,
Ramaswamy.
Politico picked all the Republican candidates, and also who's the great guy that we like in the Green Party, the fuck Cornel West. So all the Republican candidates in Cornel West made a Spotify playlist so we can get to know the candidates better. This is
This is
Vivek
probably terrible.
Matthew. He really is the most plastic piece of shit. His playlist, I was, of course, I wasn't going to vote for this loser, but I'm definitely, I mean, I would rather vote for like a goose than this.
Okay. What's his playlist?
So the first song is "Lose Yourself" by Eminem. Now, remember that viral video went out when he was
God,
rapping in
that
public?
is so cheesy.
So remember he was rapping it in public?
No, I'm so happy I wasn't exposed to that.
He was rapping it at like a some kind of festival or something, and he
Just
just
like to himself.
like just karaoke, just the acapella, palms are shaking, but it's him. So very deuce. The next song is a song called Rondo alla Turca, which is a Mozart song,
Okay.
and he doesn't listen to Mozart. Let's. He's trying to be fucking look intelligent.
Yeah,
But
he's trying to relate to as many different groups as he can.
And you could tell he's not intelligent because wait do you see the next 3 out of 4. He only picked 8.
Oh, okay. Lay him on me.
Fall Out Boy Centuries. Oh, that song's a 0 out of 10. Ready? The next song.
Go on.
The next song, Believer, Imagine Dragons.
God, I'm dying over here. I'm dying a slow death.
Next song is a great song actually, Jolene by Dolly Parton.
Okay.
But he picked that for a reason. I don't think he listens to Jolene.
Because he likes country girls.
Well, because he's trying to get those fucking cracker white women that like country.
Trying to get all this the southern
But I
ones.
don't think he could pick I don't think he could pick a country artist unless it's one of the biggest songs of all time. But anyway, the next
he should have picked 8 Toby Keith songs. That would have been funny. I would have used this as an opportunity to just be hilarious.
The next song, this is kind of hilarious. The next song, Thunder by Imagine Dragons.
God, now if you put that playlist besides Jolene, really, I mean, Lose Yourself's a good song. It's just cheesy to include it in your songs I listen to list.
When you put 8, he only put 8. Oh,
censored.
He only put 8 songs out, and 2 of them. And now I gotta say, Anthony Fantano showed me this. Well, he showed everyone this on YouTube. He showed me. He came to the house, and we were talking about politics.
Yeah. He drove over from wherever he's from to wherever you're from.
But 2 out of the 8, a quarter of his favorite songs are Imagine Dragons songs.
You know what? I really wish that like I was running for Republican just so I can get on the debate stage, because it's really easy to get on a Republican debate stage. You just gotta like say you're running for president, put out 2 ideas that are like insane, like I'm gonna ban forests, and I'm going to everyone that uses a towel has to throw it away after they use it twice. Like it's crazy, stupid policies that are ridiculous. And then I could just like trash his music taste, and like they could ask me a question about like, you know, Matthew, what do you think about, you know, the Green New Deal or crazy leftists? And I'd say like, I'll answer that, but first, can we talk about how Vivek Ramaswamy, I would mispronounce his name
on purpose. Yeah.
Yeah, I would call him Vivek or Little Vivek. I would, you know, make up Trump nicknames. My little friend over here apparently loves Imagine Dragons.
My little friend over here.
Yeah, I'd call him my little friend. I'd call him my little friend.
That's so fucking funny.
I would have a giant, if I was debating Trump, I'd have like a giant water jug like this, and I'd pick it up, and I'd like show off to the camera like how obscenely large my hands are, and I'd be like, "Can't do this, huh?
No, you got to do
Can't
too.
do this, Trump."
When he's talking, you got to drink into the microphone.
Yeah, oh, I would be so rude. I'd be so like, but I would act like I'm just like, oh, I didn't realize that I was doing that.
I'm sorry.
Hey, Trump, my daughter's really hot too. Let's talk about
Trump,
how hot
go
our
ahead,
daughters
Trump.
are. I would just be hazing him the whole time. I'd be like, I'd be like, I bet my daughter's hotter than your. I don't even have a daughter, but I bet my daughter's hotter than your daughter. And I would be with mine faster than you would be with yours if I, if wasn't her dad. I think we should talk about that. I know that no one does. Everyone like all you gotta do is troll a guy. Like there's so much out there that you could fuck with him for.
You know what I think? Who are these? It's really dark in here.
Yes, it is. You're just like shoulders and a nub at this point.
I just come out of the abyss, and then with teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Who are these political advisors that are saying you got to take the high road? Like, are we? This isn't the world we live in anymore. You gotta fucking when it comes to people like Trump.
We never lived in this world.
Yeah, but you know what though? Even you say what you want about Obama, like he on stage was very
funny.
He was funny, but he wasn't like, when Trump's going, calling Chris Christie like a fat
pig.
A pig.
You shouldn't call him a pig.
Yeah.
Did you call Chris Christie a pig? You shouldn't call Chris Christie a pig. Although he's too busy eating, he wouldn't even know that you said it. That's what he said. Like that's the craziest thing. That's like insane. I can't believe he said that.
Trump's hysterical.
He wants to be Speaker of the House now.
Who?
Trump apparently might go next week and try to put his name in the hat. You don't have to be elected to Congress to be Speaker of the House. I think I may need to go to Washington and become the Republican Speaker of the House.
He wants to try to be the Speaker of the House?
Not only him, but other people want him to be Speaker of the House.
But he's also running for president.
It doesn't matter. You could leave the speakership and be the president. The Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy, can run for president if he wants.
Can you imagine him in the Speaker of the House?
What are we here to talk about? How great I am. He said lots of nice things. That would be insane if he was Speaker of the House. It's sometimes there's two parts of me. There's the part of me that's like this is all, we gotta pass good laws for people and take care of the world and like properly legislate, the good part of me. But then there's the evil, chaotic part of me that's like, I just want whatever crazy thing could happen just happen. Ha ha ha. Yeah. There's my inner George Carlin comes out, and I just pray for him. Like, yeah, Trump is Speaker of the House. Let's go. Like, like fuck it, let's go. Trump, Speaker of the House, and I want Kevin McCarthy to like break in and like shoot like throw like a water balloon at him or something. Like I want weird things to happen too, not even just like terrible all the time. Like I want like a stair to break, while they're walking into the chamber and like a congresswoman gets her foot stuck in there or something like.
And like, I want weirder things to happen more than like I don't want negative things to happen, but I would love like all the microphones stop working.
Yeah, it's something really weird that would happen that would be really nice, John.
What?
Is if like most of the people that weren't in power weren't geriatric.
Yeah, that would be nice.
That would be nice. And you know what else would be nice right now, John?
What?
Nice cold League Island Brewing Company beer. I actually read in Deuteronomy, there's a passage, and apparently it was Jesus's favorite beer.
I don't think it's just I don't think it's just a passage. I think it's like carved in stone. that Jesus could not get enough of the stuff. He just he wasn't an alcoholic, but he turned water into League Island Brewing Club multiple times.
Yeah, it's mistranslated and says wine.
He also turned bread into fish, and then fish into League Island Brewing Club.
Is that actually how that happened? I
Yeah,
hear that the
I don't
only
know
time
where
he
they-
could even perform a miracles is if he had 2 or 3 League Island Brewing Clubs in him.
Yeah,
The whole club.
it's you gotta say it's magic.
Join the club and be like Jesus.
Yeah, perform miracles, unless just don't do it while you're driving.
You know, it'd be a miracle if you turned a light on.
I'm actually really getting a kick out of this.
You are
Yeah.
just being in the dark.
Yeah, well, I find it funny, it looks really creepy. It looks like you're talking to like one of those weird
It is October after all.
it is. This might be the least spooky I've ever felt.
I mean, you're sitting in a dark room in your own house.
No, I mean
It's actually probably not that dark though in the room.
it's not that dark in here. It is getting a little dark.
It's the least spooky you feel, and that's John. That's how the others want you to feel.
Like I'm not excited for Halloween like I always get.
Dude, I'm really excited for Halloween.
It's too hot right now, and my ankle's broken. There's like two big things going on. Every day I get in the car and I'm excited for fall because it's cold when I get in the car, and then I leave work and it's 80 fucking degrees, and it's like, how am I gonna get the gumption with a broken ankle to fucking set my house up for Halloween and decorate it when it feels like it's August?
I think you shouldn't worry about all that. You should just get in the spooky spirit of things. You know what I mean? Put up like a sticker, a pumpkin sticker, and then like smear some ketchup on it. Call it a Halloween decoration and move on with your life. You know what I mean? And just be happy. You know what I mean? Just wake up and live each day exactly how you imagined that you would. That's my advice to you, at least.
Thank you.
No, so the weather up there in Pennsylvania is the same as the weather in Carolina. Like it's like the same. Like right now in Fayetteville, it is 79 degrees.
Yeah, it was about that. It was like 77 today.
Yeah, today it went up to 82. But it's gonna get cold this weekend. Like Sunday is gonna be 66, and I thought like there was gonna be a bigger temperature variation between here and Philly, and there just isn't.
It's more humid down there, right?
By like a couple percentage points. I mean, like
What's the dew
consistently
point?
humid. Consistently humid. Yeah. The dew point. I'll tell you what the dew point is. It's 80 now. Our Father who art in South Philly lives by the dew point.
Yeah.
Lives and dies by it. If
That
it's a
really
bad-
that Matthew, that sounds like the completion of that prayer.
Our Father who art in South Philly lives by the dew point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And that's the first thing that we do that South Philly religious ceremonies do. They check the dew point, and if it's above a certain percentage,
We can't pray.
ceremony's off.
We're gonna pray in this.
Could you imagine if Jesus knew what the dew point was? I love how it's starting to get so dark that your face, that the portrait mode is starting to malfunction. It doesn't know where your head is.
Ooh.
Are you starting to feel spooky now?
I am a little bit.
So,
I feel like a
so,
glitch.
so I was thinking for Halloween this year, I was thinking the last 2 podcasts of the month, we should do a scary movie review. And we should call in a special expert to give his opinion on how realistic the scary movies were to real life.
But I guess they got to be scary. We should do a classic, and then we should do a newer one.
A new one. One that was, we should do a classic, like whatever, released whenever. And then we should do a new one, a movie that was released in the last 3 years, we'll say.
Yeah. Oh, we
do 2.
Yeah, we'll
But
do
it can't
one.
be, but it can't be Parasite because I already saw that.
I didn't see Parasite, but I lived it.
If you've seen this movie, you would not want to live with this fucking movie.
All right, well we'll text and figure out what classic and what movies we want to do.
Yeah, we totally can. So we could, since it is October, we could go into this just a bit. I will say I don't like campy horror movies. I can't do campy horror movies. I don't like most horror movies. I'm a real critic of horror because
If you are still available in person, I would say let's do the classic Exorcist and then let's go see the new Exorcist. But I can't go by myself. My partner doesn't like horror movies and
neither does mine.
Yeah, and I don't really have any friends that I would want to go sit in the movies with.
John, I thought you should just say I don't have any friends.
I don't have any friends. That is true.
That's what you should say.
As
And I'll say me too.
As you can tell, I don't turn on the lights until around 9 p.m.
And that's just to remind yourself that you could still see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like walking around in the dark too. I would do it all night. I pace.
For a brief period in the 70th Street house, I would like to shower with all the lights off at nighttime and listen to music.
That's so weird. This is why you have all the issues that you have, and every week I think I need shoulder replacement surgery.
They're definitely
all from showering in the dark.
I definitely got both shoulders hurt all the time.
It's so dark in there. There's it looks like there's a bit of a window.
Do you see? You can see like the reflection. It looks like I have weird, creepy eyes in my glasses, which I do.
It really doesn't look that way. It looks like a computer screen is in your glasses.
What about now?
Now you're just completely blurry. You know, I started the new American Horror Story and I watched the first episode, and let me say that one, Kim Kardashian, Did you watch the first episode?
I watched the first episode. She's a better actor than I thought.
Yeah, she's better than I thought. But still, that first episode was so frustrating. Because like this is what gets me about shows that are supposed to be weird or scary or creepy, is that the people that are in the shows, like the mains and the leads, are always so meek.
Yeah,
like Emma Roberts is so meek that like this lady gives her the lipstick and she's just like has to take the lipstick. Like, I don't want the lipstick. I don't care if you're an overbearing creep in a bathroom. Like, I'm not going to take this fucking lipstick.
Or how about the weird vial of vitamin B that she had to chug? Or was that episode 2?
That's probably episode 2. I only saw the first one still.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm intrigued by the season, but I don't know. It's like certain things I can get past. Like the fact that there's like a whatever, like the show had seasons with like vampires and witches, and like I can suspend my disbelief quite a bit for things like supernatural things, fictional things, but I can't. It's very weird what you're doing right now.
Don't that look scary?
Yeah, it does. It almost doesn't look scary. It almost just looks like you're like waving around a flabby object.
Looks like bats.
That is so weird. You're such a strange little goose.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm listening.
I just can't do it. Like I can't, like, oh, I guess I'll just have, this is what my life is now. Like, what? Like, no, take control of your fucking life. Stop being weird. Now that was weird, and I was not expecting that. For anyone listening on Spotify, this is the worst podcast of all time.
Well, look, we're
thank God no one we know even has Spotify.
Yeah, we don't even have.
No,
you know what I was thinking?
We don't.
I don't.
What were you thinking? I can't even imagine.
I was watching American Horror Story, and I'm thinking to myself, and it was probably similar, but I was a bit meaner. I was like, get control of yourself, you fucking dimwit.
Yeah, I mean, I guess what they're trying to say is like the medicine's making her weird in the first episode.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like if you're cognizant enough to go out to dinner and hold conversation and figure out transportation to get to dinner and all that stuff, you can say no to lipstick. That, especially if you're weirded out by things going on around you.
Yeah. What I don't like is, see, this is why you gotta have a toolie.
Oh, I got you.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
the minute fucking creepy lady's looking from around the corner, you pull that fucking thing out
Listen,
and go after her.
it happens twice in the first episode. After it happened the first time, wouldn't you have some sort of weapon? I mean, she's a big star in the fucking show.
Wouldn't you have security that you've had for a long time that can tell you, yo, these people are weird in your life?
And as soon as you went in that doctor's office for the concert, why wouldn't you be like, why are all these people dressed like fucking astronauts? Like,
Yeah.
this is so weird. Like, why are, like, everyone looks like they're in a cult too. Like, I don't know. Things just don't, for me to buy into something and be like creeped out by it, I have to think like it has to feel normal. Like
Yeah.
first things first, good horror, it has to feel normal. Because
Or
good
it has,
horror has to be partially like a thriller. So there has to be some sort of like not even normal, but it has to be some sort of foundation of like people are operating in a intelligent manner. Because if
real quick,
everybody's stupid, it doesn't fucking matter.
did you ever see Snowpiercer? The movie, not the show?
No, but I saw all the ads for the movie
Came out.
or the show on FX.
Yeah, but there's a movie called Snowpiercer. I never seen Snowpiercer. And then did you ever see or do you remember Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
Which one?
For the original, Gene Wilder.
I didn't watch it, but I know it exists.
Yeah, like you know what you know what it's about.
I did
Cor-
watch it as a child, but yeah, I
Yeah,
know
we
what it's
watched
about.
it as a kid. As kids. As a singular child, we watched it. But this dude put out a really interesting YouTube video that Willy Wonka is or Snowpiercer is the sequel to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. And
Okay.
he lays out all these. It's weird to say. So I never seen Snowpiercer,
What
and
does this have to do with horror?
because well, Snowpiercer's like a scary fucking movie. It's like a
Are you
from
sure you're not talking about Hellraiser?
no, it's Snowpiercer. It's a dystopian future where the government to fight global warming put a chemical in the air and it actually freezes the planet. So this absolutely like the richest guy in the world, Elon Musk times three, he builds a train that's connected all over the globe that can help people get from A to B and travel and do everything they have to do and keep them warm and like protect them and like it's like you can't fly planes anymore so you got to get on this train. But then I think like 26% of every passenger that gets on has to be killed to keep the train going. And then he's also trying to find his successor through process of elimination by like these people. And but the whole thing is that this old man that's a billionaire that made the train, that's trying to find his successor, that's killing all these people, is Charlie from Willy Wonka, the little kid.
Oh, so
And
now I have to watch Snowpiercer.
there's so many parallels. It's really fucking interesting.
So that's what you're telling me. I gotta watch Snowpiercer, and I
Yeah,
gotta watch the theory video.
I didn't watch Snowpiercer because I didn't know about it until after this movie. I watched this fucking this thing about it, and I never even seen it, but I just thought it was a cool idea, and it makes sense. It's really fun.
Well, John, listen. Let me talk to the people. If you have nothing to do, or even if you're busy, you should go listen to our new song, Demons and Desires. It's out everywhere on all streaming platforms. You can listen to the Mack Brothers Podcast and the Monday Mack on all streaming platforms except for Apple, because Tim Cook actually has a vendetta against John. It looks like you left, John. Now you need to approach the camera very quickly to scare everyone.
Ow, hurt my ankle.
Yeah. Which one? The good one or the bad one?
The bad one.
But yeah, go listen to our new music and go support League Island Brewing Club. I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to say that one more time so people understand.
I think it's pretty common practice that every day when you wake up, do your stretches, pray or meditate, get ready for the day, take deep breaths. You should probably start with a fast, at least wait an hour before you drink your first cup of coffee, and listen to Demons and Desires, which is
Actually, it is a suitable meal replacement.
Of course, yeah, definitely. I've listened to Demons and Desires. I've actually gained weight from listening to Demons and Desires.
And if you need to lose weight, it'll help you lose weight too. It can do anything you need it to do. Just listen to it.
It's all about mindset.
Yes, it is. Well, everyone, thank you for tuning in again. John, please stop scaring everyone all the time. And take care of yourselves if John hasn't already killed you.
Bye.